Is it possible to have a peaceful revolution? Well, that's what the prominent anti-government cleric Tahir Ul Qadri is calling for, just days after returning to Pakistan from Canada, where he's been living for nearly a decade. And he's certainly ruffling the feathers of Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. His government stopped the controversial cleric's plane from landing in the capital, Islamabad. We'll be speaking to Dr. Ul Qadri in just a moment. First, Andrew North reports on a new player in Pakistani politics.
Scenes of chaos outside Islamabad airport this week. The source of the friction, a maverick cleric who'd flown in from Canada promising a peaceful revolution against the government. It said Tahir Ul Qadri was a security threat and took the extraordinary step of barring his plane from landing, sending it to Lahore instead. He was quick to use his onboard platform.
Nawaz Sharif and Shahbaz Sharif, they both brothers are the biggest security threat for the people of Pakistan. They themselves are security threat for the land of Pakistan. Already they have killed our 14 people.
Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was already on the back foot after an attempted clampdown on the cleric's party went badly wrong. Police used live ammunition, leaving at least 8 people dead and scores injured. The cleric first tried his peaceful revolution against what he says is a corrupt government last year and briefly drew big crowds. But safe in his bulletproof box, he backed down. And though he denies it, some suspect the powerful military was using him to destabilise Pakistan's fragile civilian authorities. After this month's devastating militant attack on Karachi airport, the government is especially nervous, with airstrikes now underway against the groups who claimed the assault.
There is a huge threat from the Pakistani Taliban. The government was rightly worried that the terrorists could take the cover of the huge crowd that were going to gather around Qadri as he landed in Islamabad and carried on a huge operation and a huge strike, which would have caused a huge loss of life. So I think they did overreact because of that.
But celebrations now for the cleric's supporters. Through its actions, Pakistan's embattled government has helped turn Tahir Ul Qadri into a new challenge to its authority. Andrew North, BBC News, Islamabad.
And Tahir Ul Qadri joins us now from Lahore. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on Global. Can I ask you, first of all, are you genuinely back to stay now? Is Canada part of your past?
No, I have not finished my Canadian citizenship. I will retain it, but I am back to Pakistan in order to start my democratic reforms movement, which ordinarily, according to common Pakistani language, which can popularly understood, we say the word inqilab. The word inqilab, or revolution, means just a change. Change in political system, change for democratic reform, change in economic system, change in order to establish the institutional impartiality, in order to establish the transparency in our system, in order to establish an honest and fair electoral system.
Right, and in order to do that, sorry to interrupt you there, but in order to do that, you presumably ultimately want to be in a position where you are in government, ultimately.
Definitely, we will adopt all democratic ways and means. I believe in constitution, I believe in democracy, I believe in peaceful ways of change, because I have been struggling throughout my life against every form and manifestation of extremism and militancy.
Right, so what did you make, can I ask you what you made of we're just going to show some pictures now of the scenes on your arrival, or in fact your non-appearance initially back into Pakistan. What did you make of the authorities' approach to you?
Authorities' approach, you know, before my arrival, whatever they have done, you have already shown the pictures. I would like to correct. Yesterday was another funeral prayer, and totally 14 people have died, and more than 100 are seriously injured by the bullets. And in Islamabad, where I was supposed to land, I would like to show you, this is a picture of Pakistan, Punjab police and the Punjab police, they have taken many hired terrorists from terrorist organizations and hundreds of the police commandos wearing white common dresses in order to...
Right, well, we obviously have to be careful about some of the accusations you might make there. There are also accusations aimed at you, as you know, that you have the support of the army, that you see the army effectively as a very useful ally for you. Would you accept that?
Absolutely no. I categorically reject all kinds of accusation in this respect. Army has never supported me, and the army is not on my back. And up till today, when I am in this interview, I have never ever seen even a face of any army general or any ISI general, and I have never spoken up till today even to any general or any army.
That's a very clear remark there. Can I ask you also, you're very keen to make the point that violence has no place in Islamic teaching. It's something that is very much a part of your thinking. Can I ask you then, is it not a dangerous thing to liken Nawaz Sharif, for example, to Hitler and the Punjab chief minister to Mussolini, because that is only likely to lead to violent outbreaks of violence, isn't it?
These titles I have given to them just because whatever they have done. Thousands of police commandos were brought at night time when all people were sleeping, and there were small security fences which were fixed there for the last 4 years. According to the order of High Court of Lahore, I am showing you the judgment. This is case number ICA number 155 of 2011. This is order sheet of High Court of Lahore, where Lahore High Court order, when I gave the fatwa on terrorism against the suicide bombing. So it was a huge threat of life and property, not only to my house and family, but the people in neighborhood.
So clearly it's a big step you're taking coming back to Pakistan, that is clear. Can I just say for now, thank you very much indeed for giving us some of your time. Tahir Ul Qadri, many thanks.